about?
You have your belief in Islam.
Yeah.
And so, like what I said last time about what is it that makes you believe it's the truth?
It's common sense.
Right.
It corresponds with my natural thinking, with my nature,
Okay.
with my common sense. It makes a lot of sense, you know.
Right. Just a bit quieter over there.
But I can't talk for long, you know.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Just however long you can talk. Right. So you're saying about common sense. So is this related to like how you were brought up?
No.
All right.
It's related to my nature as a human being. The way when God created me, He made me think in a certain way that there are things in me that I don't need to be taught.
Right.
Like stealing is wrong. I don't need somebody to tell me that.
Right.
Like killing or somebody you don't know.
Yeah.
That's wrong. Like throwing rubbish to the ground. All these things I know it's wrong. Because that's the law of God. You shouldn't throw rubbish to the ground. That's the law of God, which is inside of us, inscript in us. So, also what's inscript inside us is knowing about Him, that He is only one God, and we don't know much about Him, but we know He created us, and we know that we can't see Him in this world, but He's with us and He communicates with us all the time, and He watches us and look after us and provide for us all the time and protect us, and He wants us to be the best versions of ourselves.
Right. So you know what you said there about how people, we have naturally in us to do things, want to do things properly.
Yes.
Like you said about the rubbish, stealing, killing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know. Have you read the Bible much?
I read the Jesus part, His sayings.
All right. Yeah. Because in Genesis it says that God made man in His own image.
Yes.
So, and what I get from that is that it means that you know what you're saying about how wanting to do good things and etc. So I get from that's where we get that from. So in Islam, is there any concept of that Allah made?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, there is. Generally, Muslims agree that there is, because you know why? You know when Allah said to you, don't do this, don't do that. Why? Because that's what He is.
Yeah.
You can tell. That's what He is. If I say to you, don't do this, don't do that, it's because that's what I do. So basically, I'm saying to you, be like me. So God, in His religion of Islam, which has a lot of laws and a lot of rules, all this is He's basically saying, be like me.
Right.
Do what I do.
Yeah.
I am just, be just. I'm merciful, be merciful.
Okay, but do you know if there are any specific references relating to that? Because we have a reference from like Jesus where He said that when He gave the Sermon on the Mount, there's a part where He said about how people should love their enemies. And at the end of that statement, He gives the reason for why. And He says so that we can be the children of the Father in heaven. That's like a paraphrase. So he's given us specific reference. The reason why we're doing the things that He said is so that we can be. Yeah, He ends it by saying we should be perfect like the Father in heaven is perfect. So I'm just wondering, is there any specific statements like in Quran or Hadith which is similar to that where Allah wants people to be like?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, Allah, He might say to you, you could defend yourself against these people or these people. But He doesn't say to you, hate them.
Yeah.
Because hating is different. Hating is not good for you, let alone others. It interrupts your thoughts. It harms you. It undermines your whatever you do.
Yeah.
because when you do something driven by hate, you harm yourself and you harm others. So Allah said to you, even when you fight somebody, don't be driven by hate, driven by piety and justice, and have peace in your mind and has it as your target and goal. And don't, when you hate, even if you hate somebody, don't hate him too much, because he could be your friend afterwards.
I don't know if you know, because in the...
Basically, I think that's the message, because Allah knows you're gonna hate. You're a human being. It's in you, you can't help it. But He said to you, deal with your hate. If you hate somebody, don't hate him too much. Don't let your hatred towards him make you do something unjust to him. Islam is a very deep religion. It's very, very complex religion.
I know, but that's why, because even what you said there about hate, because that's right. Jesus actually said in the Bible that when you hate someone, that's the equivalent of murder.
No. Look,
well, I'm saying that's
you
what
have
Jesus...
to deal with your hate. It's gonna happen to you, whether you like it or not. This feeling is not gonna. It's an emotion that it's an instinct in you, but you need to deal with it.
Yeah.
You need to deal with it. Like anger. We get angry, right? You need to deal with your anger. You need to control your anger.
But do you know...
Until maybe, hopefully, in the future, you get rid of it. Allah say very clearly in the Quran, don't let your anger and hatred make you do something unjust.
Okay, actually, it's an interesting one. Does it ever say in the Quran that Allah gets angry at something?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you know...
The problem is, my friend, are you Christian?
Yeah, Christian.
You Christians, you bite more than you could chew. You claim absolute morality, and you're doing the worst amongst human beings. Look at who are the nations who killed the most in human history.
I'm not associated.
Christians killed the most. This Islam you accuse of violence didn't kill as many as the Christians killed, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah, but are they real Christians?
This is what I'm saying. They say we are Christians, we love you, and they kill more than anybody else.
But here's the...
You know why? Because you set yourself a target that you can't reach, and instead of setting yourself a target that you could reach.
No, when we read in the Bible, the target is given to us, that how we should behave. And I was going to say to you about what you're saying about the violence that's happening. One of the things about violence, you're saying about there's certain groups who are Christian who do violence. But the important thing is, do they ever quote the Bible before they do the violence? So, yes, so I was saying, so the Christian groups, these ones you're saying about who do violence.
Not only the Bobs, the Vatican Bobs, they were leading the fight.
Yeah, but
and the world.
Yeah, but could those popes quote the Bible to substantiate their violence?
They tell you yes, yeah.
No, but then they have to actually give a quote. That's the point. So
they tell you you don't know Christianity.
No.
Look, for example, Bob here. Bob here, he believes in violence.
Yeah, but I'm actually against him.
So what's your religion, my friend? You or him? Who's right?
Because the Bible's against his violence.
The Bible, okay. The Bible is full of violence.
Yeah, but where?
Full of violence. Jesus himself, what is he going to do when he come back?
Violence.
What is he going to do?
Violence.
He's going to do violence?
Yeah. But
why?
Because he's the judge.
So you're not. So violence is not bad then, huh? You're not. Are you against it or what? Are you for it?
No, the violence happens when he comes back. Before we come back.
Why should it happen? I thought you were against it.
No, because there are evildoers in the world.
Okay,
so how are they going to be dealt with?
Okay, why don't you give us the right to also to believe that and deal with them as well?
No, because it's
why you claim why you're the only one who claim morality? We also could have morality.
No, because our God is the one who's going to send the violence. We ourselves don't do it.
So your God, not ours? Is your God not ours?
Yeah, but remember, with your God, people can quote the Quran and do violence, but with the Bible they can't.
They can't do violence with the Bible.
Jesus himself is going to do it when he come back.
Yeah, but I'm talking about actual Christians. They can't quote something from the Bible.
forget Khrushchev. The man himself is gonna do violence when he come back.
Yeah, we know that. But
So,
we
so
asked-
why you criticize others for it then?
No, because he's doing the violence, not us. So we're not supposed to do the violence
So
before
he's
he
a violent
comes.
man.
No, we're not supposed to do the violence before he comes back. And we're not supposed to quote the Bible and do violence.
You will do it later, but you do the crusade. Who ordered to do the crusade?
Yeah, but did they quote the Bible when they did the
Yes,
crusade?
they did.
Okay,
George Bush.
give me
George
the-
Bush. George Bush.
Yeah.
He said, "I saw God in dream
Yeah.
and told me to go to attack
Iraq.
Iraq."
What did he say that again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Khrushchev.
I said, "I saw God in dream, told me to go to attack."
He
To
said,
attack. Yes.
he said,
In
no.
any
You live on that.
anytime when he go to the Congress, they start with the Bible.
Yeah, okay,
You
okay.
keep dreaming.
All right, so what did they
Keep
quote?
dreaming, okay?
No, I'm not dreaming. I can read the actual Bible and know the violence.
Yes, subcontinent. I'm from Bangladesh, India, Pakistan. 35 million they killed. British people killed 35 million
But
Indians.
did they quote
yeah,
the Bible?
in
Did
the
they
Indian
quote,
name,
did
yes,
they quote the
convert.
Bible?
Yes, Bible.
What
Yes,
verse?
Christianity.
What verse did they use?
What's the name of your channel? Okay, why do you have a title like that? A name like that? Islam? The Bible says that? Islam? Why do you have this hatred to Islam? If you take me down and my religion down,
But if you follow the Bible before then you say that's
Israelites will return to take down Islam.